People who grew up rich and are now poor, what happened? My dad was a successful businessman, and we lived in a huge house. I had everything I wanted. When I was 15, my dad got sick. He had a stroke and was in the hospital for months. He couldn't work, and my mom had to take care of him. We had to sell our house and move into a small apartment. I had to get a job to help pay the bills. I was working 2 jobs and going to school. I was exhausted all the time. I was barely passing my classes. I was so stressed out. I was worried about my dad, my mom, and our financial situation. I was also worried about my future. I didn't know if I would be able to go to college. One day I was at work and I got a call from my mom. She told me that my dad had passed away. I was devastated. I couldn't believe it. I went home and I cried for hours. I didn't know how we were going to survive without him. My mom was a stay-at-home mom and she didn't have a job. We were living off of my dad's disability checks and my income. We were barely making ends meet. After my dad died, things got even worse. We couldn't afford to pay the rent, so we had to move into a homeless shelter. I was so embarrassed. I didn't want anyone to know that we were homeless. I was ashamed of my situation. I was angry at my dad for leaving us. I was angry at my mom for not being able to support us. I was angry at myself for not being able to do more. I was angry at the world.